The ecosystem for startups in Korea is really starting to blossom these days. So much so that some believe Seoul is on the cusp of becoming Asia's Silicon Valley in the coming years. The government has thrown its full support behind nurturing startups, actually dishing out tens of billions of dollars in grants and other kinds of subsidies. For the first in our 5-part series on startups in Korea, here's our Kwon Soa.
Only 3 startups have made it to the top 100 companies in terms of market capitalization in Korea over the past 35 years. A fact that clearly highlights conglomerates still dominate the country's economy. But there are signs the corporate landscape is changing. The number of startups in the country has been hitting records in recent years, reaching nearly 30,000 last year. That's more than triple the number during the dot-com bubble from the late 90s to the early 2000s. And the number of serious investors has grown too. $1.3 billion was poured into startups last year, marking a 27% rise from 3 years ago. The startup ecosystem has also strengthened with a rise in angel investors, accelerators, and networks. Startup Alliance, a joint effort between the government and private sector, for example, arranges special events to connect startups with potential partners and clients.
Compared to Canada, where I'm from, Korean government, a lot of Korean institutions providing a really good environment to the people who are preparing to start a business. For example, this kind of a meeting and providing really good information, and there are a lot of seminars for it.
Experts say the new startup wave is different from the previous boom, when e-commerce was still a fledgling business and internet connections were clunky. Now, net access is instant and easy, even more so thanks to the mobile revolution.
A lot of small startups, they're trying to connect some kind of services to the smartphone and more efficiently than existing offline businesses. So there will be a lot of new innovations on that front.
President Park Geun-hye wants startups to lead her administration's drive to transform Korea into a creative economy. She has vowed to cut cumbersome red tape and provide financial incentives to entrepreneurs with good ideas. In line with this, the government has earmarked $92 billion this year to support them. Getting startups off the ground is one thing, but turning them into profitable business is another story. Korea's #1 web portal Naver, one of the most successful startups that survived the dot-com bust, is also stepping in to provide practical help. It's opening a startup accelerator this year in Seoul's version of Silicon Valley, the Arirang Valley. Also to be present there this year, a government-planned high-tech startup campus and the 3rd Google campus in the world.
The success of startups is key to realizing the government's creative economy plan, which in turn is key to getting the economy back on its feet. Kwon Soa, Arirang News.